Welcome everybody back to my channel. I will continue the book Benevolent Hybrid Reptilian Human. This is chapter 4. Earth as a schoolroom, the graduation process. Good morning, Jefferson. Good morning, Treb. How are you doing this morning? I'm doing great this morning, Treb. How are you doing this morning? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Yes, if you would like to take from where we left off, it is fine. Hey, Treb, before we take over where we left off, let me ask you, do you know today we are on the 4th chapter of our book? Yes. And on Earth we have a field of knowledge called numerology. Are you aware of this? No. By the patterning of numbers we can tell things. Oh yes. For instance, for some of the number 4 signifies society and social obligations. Yes, Treb said. Jefferson, now I came to be aware that since we put out is what we get back, the kind of society we have is the one we created, mostly with our uninformed choices. We have today, as you might already know, a few people deciding for the majority, yes. And in that, we create room for corruption. How do you structure your government and your planet, and what do you think about our governmental structures? Treb. Well, the governmental structures that you have are very imbalanced. I see this in the way of all of the world that is imbalanced in the ways of money, in the ways of relationships, in the ways of wars. All of these are very imbalanced because of the imbalance that is given. When you tend to give ones who have power or money control over everything, they tend to use greed, and this greed creates more of the same. It is the negative that feeds back off the negative. As far as the structuring of our society, it is not a structure that is what you might consider to be as very well structured at all. There are people who understand that certain jobs must be done. It is what you might see as the basic form of communism, without ones with who are in higher power. Everyone does for everyone else, and in this way, if you are able to give what you do and love, and when you are able to choose what it is that you do in this job, it creates the positivity within the society that you wish to have. Like you said, it gives out what you put in. Yes. Jefferson. So, on our planet, basically, we could then be ahead in what concerns providing for everyone if we were to follow not only the path of least resistance, but follow the heart in the sense where we can develop our technologies with no greedy intentions, and then have every human being to have their basic needs fulfilled. Treb said, yes, this is the problem with society that you have. Jefferson, The ones who have the greed or power, they do things that are not to the best of all. A great example is the power that you use to power your cars, to power your homes. The electricity is brought from a technology. Even though it is considered to be advanced, it is also known to give nuclear waste, so it is destroying the planet that you have. Jefferson says. In order to do this, there are much more ways, natural ways to harness this, all of this power as well. Now you are aware of this, but it takes back to the idea that the companies who are in control of this will not give their power up. Power is the sense of money and control. Yes, Jefferson says. To give power in the sense of electricity or whichever power needs you have, and this goes the same with the oil companies. Jefferson says, You give this fuel that is used that is not clean, and it destroys all while it only keeps very few rich people successful. If you go with what is in your heart and you decide to follow this as clear path, this only gives you joy. So there's no negative feedback in this. When you give what you want to have out of pure love, pure heart, this makes it easier for you to do this. So do this. It no longer seems to be a job, but it seems to be that of everyone. It seems to be that of everyone doing what they love to do. And when this happens, harmony seems to run very much higher on very many levels. Not only in the economy or the way of everyone being provided for, but general ways of people expressing this through their emotions. There is one feeling that they must keep a job for fear to lose things, for they know that everything will be provided, and they also know that they are able to do what they love. And there is no regrets or bad feelings on this. Jefferson. So in a more advanced society where people follow their heart, you are going to be doing all you can for the benefit of all. Treb, yes, it is not just to benefit of small groups or the one who are in your specific neighborhood or areas or states or countries. There are no boundaries. You are willing to help whoever it is that you need to help. So yes, the betterment of society is given to all. So yes. Now, there is also the other side of the coin, right? For instance, if we have these shadow governments and institutions and corporations, Treb said yes. It is because it is an expression of what we all allow to happen. Yes, it is allowed to happen within, because there is not the love that is given within the work, and it is also allowed to happen because people do not care to speak their hearts. They feel comfortable. They are afraid to lose things, so they do not state what they think or do not say what is on their minds. They do not take control back in this way. And this is why when speaking of these ones who hold power, it is always expressed to show great love and show what is in your heart. If you express great love and do not fear, then you take the power away from them, the power that they have over you. When it comes to the fear, yes. So, Jefferson says, the power that we have is the power that we give them. Treb said, yes. It is much as if you ask someone to it is much as if you ask someone to do yourself a thing as a favor. Even when you do this, you only expect certain things back to you as you sit and wait, and if the favor is not done, then it will not get done. It is much like this because it is not giving yourself the opportunity or ability to do these things, to give that away to someone else to do this for you. Jefferson, if we have discipline on an individual level, we do the best we can, even though we are still this corrupt system. We can change it from within if we do our part. Yes, Treb said, and this is the concern of many who are starting to open up and awaken. They see their self as small or insignificant. They do not see themselves as having power, but this is what it takes. It takes for individuals to do this on an individual level, to change things from within so that it's manifested outward. If you are not happy, if you are in fear, you are not able to make those things change, those changes. So once you change from within, you are able to manifest this outward, and this is all that the system is. It is an outward manifestation of the imbalances and fear of not having for material reasons. What you would call greed in some sorts, it is fear of not being able to have or not being able to enjoy. Jefferson, I see. So it is like things are definitely changing on a daily basis because we are changing, and it will come to a point where we can no longer ignore, look to the other side, and pretend we are not better. Yes, Treb said, this is very true. If you are able to look, you will see the changes on a daily basis. And some of the ones who see this are thinking that this change is not one that is a true change because they are changing their perspective. They are trying to open up so they see the world as opening up as a whole. But this is not true either. The reason that they are seeing this is for all reasons, because they changed from the inside, because they are willing to give up themselves and to try love. They see the manifestation outward in the rest of society. I know that specifically in the host channeler mind, there are struggles with this idea. Is it the world is actually getting better, or is it because I'm just trying to make myself better? Where the answer is both reasons. It is because you are attracted to change yourself, that you see the betterment, and also that you see the results in the world that is changing because of the individual that is changing within. Jefferson, and then as have many philosophers, we have so far have tried to convey to the whole humanity that the purpose of life is not simply to survive, but to seek perfection in yourself. Treb says yes, it's to grow. This is what the spiritual evolution is. Treb, not only in a single life, but in multiple lives, as well as the whole array of densities through the growth. Yes, it is to grow. It is to try to be the best that you can be in every aspect of your life, and to do this with joy and love, and this is what makes us thrive, if you will. Even in our race, some see that our race is so much more advanced or higher, and this is not true because we are all on the same level. We have learned lessons from larger times of existence, but it is more about the thriving, wanting to know, wanting to learn, and doing this with love in your heart to manifest the greatest possibility and outcome from the greatest part that you can do to help this. Not only in love, but in the knowledge and in the maneuvering to do, the wants, the drive. This is what makes us grow, all of us. Jefferson. There's a book called The Tao of Physics, an exploration of the parallels between modern physics and Eastern mysticism, where the authors, in a nutshell, says physics and spirituality are two sides of the same coin. Yes, Treb said. Jefferson, so in a sense, that is what we've been talking about for all this time, is that when you do the best you can, it doesn't matter if you believe in whatever superior power there might be exist. You are doing your part, and that is reflecting on the physical world in the sense where you will take advantage of your actions and you will do good to others too. Treb said, yes, this is the greatest way. It is sometimes not understood well enough. The reality in physical life that we have is all manifested from within. So if you are the greatest that you are from within, not only as an individual but as a society too, this is manifested into the day-to-day life. And this is the part of the greatest importance. Because of the physical reality coming from the consciousness, this is a great way to express growth. It is from the growth within. You are very correct. Jefferson. So in that sense, some also say that we exist to learn the higher truths about our relationship with God, which is, in that sense, all that is. Treb, yes, that is a very great way to put this. because all that is, because God, or whichever way you wish to label this, the creator of all is everything, then you can do this in many ways. You can also feel this and express this through your daily life, through relationships with others, and loving and doing the best that you can. Because in a sense, all relationship that you have, every job that you have to do, every action or expressed emotion that you have is God, is the creator. So having the best connection with it can also mean to have the best connection with the world around you, and to have the best connection with you as yourself, as your own soul. Sure, Jefferson said. Treb, so this is the expressed through many levels, at many varieties of layers, because this is so important to do. Yes. Jefferson, also to say in another way, we could also state that we express respect to the world by taking responsibility for our lives. Treb, yes, because in favor, you are taking care of your own life. You are taking care of the world itself because you are one and the same. The world is here because you have chosen to manifest your life here. So by doing your best, you are giving the positive energy back into all that is. And it is exactly correct what you said. What you put in is what you get out. This is a great expression. If you see that your life has imbalances and does not seem to be even, the greatest that you can make it. The efforts are not put into it. In a way, you see this expressed throughout your life. When you do not take care of yourself, you know that you are not taking care of everything that you could and should. And once you do this, this creates respect, not only for your planet, but for yourself and for others too. This is the greatest lesson that you want to learn and to have. Sometimes people are stuck in the area of helping others at a great degree, without taking care of themselves. But they must understand that this is a role that you must take to take care of yourself for the same reason. If you are helping others and not helping yourself, then you are imbalanced. This is also you are not taking care of them. You are not giving them the 100% love and care that they deserve, because you are not giving this to yourself. And when you are doing things are good for others just for in the name of to do this, or say that you have done something good, if you are not putting your whole energy and love into that, then it is not being given in the way it should be. So you are not truly helping them. You are only giving them a part of what you are, and by helping yourself, you are helping them as well. It goes with the way that most in your planet see the separation from themselves to the others, or from their selves to the world, or from groups to the other groups. The separation must be broken down in order to see the importance. Jefferson, so it is like saying that we grow by shining a light on the mind's dark places, It is not like looking for fixing other people, more than it is shining the light that you bring from within in order for other people around you to be able to see farther. Yes, this is a great example. There are many ones. The host explained this one before, that there are many people who come and say that it is time to help others, but this cannot be done like this. You cannot change them, is what I mean. To help them, you cannot change them. You show them by example, as you are doing well, that you are helping them with aspects of your life, and by doing this, they look at your life for an example. Jefferson said, hey, Treb, in the book, Tizu, the book of, I can't even pronounce it. In a nutshell, the author says that the best life is one that is in accord with the unseen universal order of Teo. Now, when we talk about unseen universal order, or Teo, or people that read this may start thinking about what would be these orders or laws, and there are 4 laws of creation that the other extraterrestrials that I've spoken with, namely Ishua. Ishua is from the Phoenix Lights race. Arvantis and also Adronis have shared with me the 4 laws of creation. Would you like me to share them with you? Yes, this would be a great excitement to hear these concepts that come from theirs. Jefferson, lovely. So they say, and in this Bashar hybrid human channeled by Daryl Anka also says the same thing. It actually seems to be an idea that originally comes from the Association of Worlds, or what some might loosely call Interstellar Alliance, which all the extraterrestrials I've spoken with are part of. Jefferson, so the 4 laws of creation according to them go like this. Law number 1, you exist. The way that you exist can change, but you will always exist in some way, shape, or form. Law 2, the one is all and the all are one. Law 3, what you put out is what you get back. Some people call this law of attraction, action, and reaction. And law number 4, change is the only constant except for the first 3 laws that never change. Yes, this is greatly said. Yes, there are no other laws beside these and the norms you might make for your own society. This is a great way to express the true nature of reality. So in that sense, there is a balance in everything that we do. And the sense, of course, that we see today shows imbalances in many ways, but the balancing element that balances the imbalances that we express when we are still uninformed, or express on the third law that states that what you put out is what you get back. So in that sense, whatever you do with the level of consciousness that you have will cause something in the universe that will bring back to you opportunities of growth, challenges. So in the future, you can know better, do better, and in that sense, choose better. This is it for today. Thank you for joining me.